Quadratic transformation is about how we can transform or change the quadratic function, its graph, its parabola. So a parabola can open up or down. That's one transformation. It can be shifted up, down, left, or right. It can also be widened and narrower. So let's talk about a vertical shift. Vertical shift means shifting up or down. So if you look at the parent function, x squared, this is the black graph right here. It opens up. Now when you change this by adding a 2 at the end of the equation, what that does is it shifts the black graph up 2 units. If you take the x squared and you add a number -3 at the end, what that does is it takes the black graph and it shifts it 3 units down. So the number at the end shifts it vertically up and down. Negative goes down, positive goes up. When we do a horizontal shift, this means we're shifting left or right. Take a look at the parent function in black. This parent function here sits right in the middle with the vertex right at 0, 0. But when we put it in parentheses and we put a -3 inside the parentheses, it shifts the black graph 3 units to the right. That's kind of different, huh? A -3 shifts it to the right. But when we add a parentheses to the parent function and then add a +4, what that does, it moves the black graph 4 units to the left. So positive moves it left, negative moves it right. So this is kind of backwards than a vertical shift. Let's take a look at how we can transform a parabola to be narrower or wider. Look at this parent function in black. When we multiply that function by a 2 or a -3/2, look at it got narrower than the black. But this number made also turn upside down. Look at these numbers. It made the black graph become wider. The blue graph is also wider, and it opens down. You already know negative numbers make the graph turn upside down. But here's the key. The number that you multiply it by, if it's bigger than 1, say 2 is bigger than 1, 3/2 is actually 1.5, 1.5. That's also bigger than 1. When the number is bigger than 1, it narrows. But look at here. This number is smaller than 1. This number is also smaller than 1. The absolute value of this is up smaller than 1. But it's bigger than 0. So it's a number between, if it's a number between 0 and 1, it widens. Okay? But either way, the number is a negative. It flips upside down into opening down. Let's describe this transformation compared to the parent function x squared. So we have a new function that we're going to graph in red. It has a -1/3, in parentheses a -2, and at the end is a +4. So let's see if you can describe the vertical shift and the horizontal shift. The horizontal shift is inside the parentheses. Vertical shift is outside the parentheses. So we know we would shift 2 units to the right because it's a -2. Remember how it's backwards? And we would also shift 4. +4 means up. And we know the parabola opens down because of that -1/3. And 1/3 is a number between 0 and 1. So this graph widens. So let's graph it. So this parabola, rather than the vertex being at 0, 0, we're going to move it 2 to the right and 4 up. And there's the vertex. We know that it does open down and wider. So it'll look something like this. Much wider and opening down. And that's it.